The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as the transmission began. 7 species, representing the most advanced civilizations in the known universe, watched their holographic displays with a mixture of curiosity and contempt. They had summoned humanity to answer for their crimes, crimes of expansion, of ambition, of daring to reach beyond their designated boundaries. Bella stood at the transmission console on Earth's orbital command station, her fingers trembling slightly as she initiated the final message. Beside her, Leo monitored the quantum arrays, ensuring their words would reach every corner of Council space simultaneously. "They're all watching," Leo said quietly, his young face grave beyond his 23 years. "Every Council world, every fleet, every outpost. This is it." Bella nodded, her silver hair catching the light from Earth below. At 47, she had dedicated her life to humanity's expansion among the stars. Now, she would deliver humanity's last official words to the galaxy. The Council had made their position clear 3 months ago. Humanity was to dismantle all colonies beyond the Sol system, surrender their faster-than-light technology, and accept permanent isolation. The alternative was total war, a war the Council believed would last mere weeks before humanity's extinction. They had given Earth 30 days to comply. That deadline had passed this morning. Beginning transmission, Bella announced, her voice steady. On screens across Council space, her face appeared. Behind her, through the observation window, Earth rotated peacefully, blue, green, and beautiful, deceptively vulnerable. "Esteemed members of the Galactic Council," Bella began, "I am Dr. Bella Chen, speaking on behalf of humanity. You have delivered your ultimatum. You have threatened our children, our future, our very existence. You believe us weak, scattered across a mere dozen worlds. You see our short history among the stars and mistake youth for fragility." She paused, letting her words sink in across light years. "You have made a grave miscalculation." In the Council chamber, Ambassador Thexlon of the Kravar Empire chittered with amusement. Such bravado from a species barely 2 centuries into space travel. This will be instructive for other young races. But Elder Counselor Vashtir, oldest of the Zinthori, remained silent, his ancient eyes fixed on the transmission. Bella continued, "For 50 years, you allowed us to expand, to establish colonies, to grow. You watched with mild interest, perhaps amusement, as we struggled with technologies you mastered millennia ago. What you failed to understand is that humanity's greatest strength has never been our technology." Leo's console lit up with incoming data streams. "Bella," he whispered urgently, "I'm detecting massive power signatures, every human colony simultaneously." She nodded almost imperceptibly, right on schedule. "Our strength," Bella said, her voice gaining intensity, "is our refusal to accept the impossible. When you told us faster-than-light travel was achieved through your sacred Nexus gates, gates you controlled, gates you could close, we smiled and thanked you. Then we went home and built our own method, independent, ungovernable, free." Murmurs of surprise rippled through the Council. This was known, of course, but humanity's crude FTL drives were considered primitive, inefficient. "When you told us that no species could survive in null space for more than brief transits, that establishing permanent structures there was physically impossible, we nodded respectfully." Bella's smile was cold now. "Then we built cities there, entire installations existing in the spaces between spaces, invisible to your sensors, unreachable by your weapons." Elder Vashtir rose from his seat, his voice booming. "Impossible, our greatest scientists have proven." "Your scientists are not human," Bella interrupted, her words cutting across the light years like a blade. "You want to know what we've really been doing these 50 years? While you debated our fate in your chambers, we've been preparing for this day. Every colony you know about has 10 more you don't. Every ship you've cataloged has 100 sisters hiding in null space. Every weapon system you've studied is 3 generations behind our current arsenal." Leo's hands flew across his console, All colonies reporting ready status. Null space fleets emerging in 3, 2. Across the galaxy, sensors screamed warnings. Around every council homeworld, every major fleet assembly, every strategic outpost, human ships materialized from null space. Not dozens, not hundreds, but thousands. They had been there all along, waiting in spaces the Council's technology couldn't detect. "You asked us to surrender 12 colonies," Bella said, her voice echoing through the chaos erupting in the Council chamber. "We have 147. You cataloged 200 human vessels. We have 17,000. You thought you understood our capabilities." She leaned forward, her eyes blazing. "You understood nothing." The Council chamber erupted in pandemonium. Battle stations across their territories were reporting the same impossible readings. Human ships everywhere, appearing from nowhere, weapons powered but holding fire. "This is an act of war," Thexlon shrieked. "No," Bella corrected calmly. "This is a demonstration. Your threats were the act of war. This is merely our response to those threats." Leo fed her the tactical display. Every human ship in position, perfect synchronization across light years of space. Humanity had spent 50 years not just expanding, but planning for this exact moment. "You believe that because you are old, you are superior," Bella continued. "You've grown comfortable in your certainty, your traditions, your belief that the young races must bow before the ancient ones. But there's something you forgot about youth. We have everything to lose and nothing left to fear." She gestured to the display behind her where Earth still turned peacefully. "That world has faced extinction more times than you can imagine. Asteroid impacts, ice ages, supervolcano eruptions, plagues, nuclear war, climate collapse. Each time we adapted. We survived. We grew stronger. You cannot frighten a species that has already walked through every nightmare and emerged whole." Elder Vashtir finally spoke, his voice quiet now, thoughtful. "What do you want, Dr. Chen?" "Recognition," Bella stated simply. "Humanity will not be caged. We will not be limited. We will not accept second-class status in a galaxy we have as much right to as you. You can accept us as equals and benefit from our partnership, or you can oppose us and discover just how creative humans become when threatened with extinction." "You're threatening the entire council," Thexlon demanded. "I'm stating facts," Bella replied. "Look at your tactical displays. We have you surrounded. We have been surrounding you for years. Every strategic location, every homeworld, every military installation, we're already there. We've been there. We could have struck at any time." She let that sink in. "But we didn't, because unlike you, we don't threaten extinction lightly. We're offering coexistence, partnership, but on equal terms." Leo spoke up, his young voice carrying across the transmission. "The choice is yours, counselors. Make the right one." For a long moment, silence reigned across the light years. Then Elder Vashtir rose, his ancient frame somehow seeming smaller than before. "The council requests a recess to deliberate on this new information." Bella smiled, though it didn't reach her eyes. "You have 72 hours. After that, we will consider your silence an answer and act accordingly." The transmission ended. In the command station, Leo exhaled shakily. "Did we just threaten the entire galaxy?" "No," Bella said, her shoulders finally slumping with exhaustion. "We just taught them that humanity cannot be threatened. There's a difference." Below them, Earth continued its eternal rotation. Humanity's cradle world, peaceful and serene, protected now not by weakness or isolation, but by strength and determination. 3 days later, the council reconvened. Their decision was unanimous. Humanity would be granted full membership, with all rights and privileges afforded to the founding species. They had learned what countless threats to humanity throughout history had learned. You can try to cage humanity, try to limit them, try to break them. But in doing so, you don't seal humanity's fate. You seal your own. The end.